Hello everyone, welcome to Current Affairs Battle 2026 and this video is about the United Nations Forum on Forest, UNFF. Okay, United Nations Forum on Forest. Let us understand more about it and what is the relevance of this particular news. The 20th session of the United Nations Forum on Forest was held at United Nations headquarters in New York from May 8 to 9, 2025. As you know that this environment related concepts, geography related concepts which are connected with the current affairs is very, very important in the civil service examination. So this topic is also relevant for us. That is United Nations Forum on Forest, and why they met. It was the 20th session of the United Nations Forum on Forest. It was held at United Nations headquarters in New York from May 5 to May 9, 2025. So what is this UNFF? It's a functional body which is actually working under the United Nations Economic and Social Council. You may be knowing about United Nations Economic and Social Council. It is one of the 6 principal organs of the United Nations organization, and it is tasked with coordinating international efforts on economic, social, and environmental matters. So basically, the United Nations Forum on Forest is actually working under the ECOSOC, United Nations Economic and Social Council. Okay, so that is very important. It was established in the year 2000. Okay, established in the year 2000. Now let us understand the key objectives of UNFF. To promote the management, conservation, and sustainable development of all types of forest. So basically, it is talking about the promotion and management, conservation, and sustainable development of all types of forest. So all types of forests need to be protected. That is the main objective. Then strengthen the long-term global political commitment towards forest-related goals. Like climate change is going on, a lot of environmental problems are going on. So in that circumstance, it is very important to protect the forest resources because that kept this globe alive. Okay, that is actually keeping this whole world alive. So it is very important to sustain it. Then review global progress towards global forest goals. So reviewing the global forest goals is also one of the key objectives of UNFF. Then assess countries' voluntary national contributions. So each country has their own voluntary national contributions for forest conservation. So it is their responsibility to assess that. Then also facilitate discussions on topics such as forest financing, wildfires, certification, climate resilience, and ecosystem valuation. So basically, many things related with forests are actually covered under the key objectives of the UNFF. And the last one is integrate country-led initiatives, CLI, into global forest-related decision making. So here we need to understand about what is this CLI also, country-led initiative. What is this CLI? We need to understand about that. The CLI, you can see that CLIs are voluntary efforts organized by the individual UN member states. So basically, it is organized by individual UN member states like India, okay, to support and advance the work of the United Nations Forum on Forest. Basically, it is a voluntary efforts made by the each and every member countries of the United Nations organization. That is country-led initiatives. Okay, so it's very important to understand about the objectives of UNFF. So I hope it is clear. So what we can see from this is almost every aspects of the forest conservation and forest related protection measures are covered under UNFF. Now, India at UNFF 20th. So on this 20th session of the UNFF, what is India's stance or what are the important initiatives taken by India? Now, restoration of the degraded forest landscapes. Okay, basically, India highlighted its experience in integrated forest restoration through innovative policies, resource convergence, active community participation, and the use of technology for monitoring and evaluation. So basically, in the 20th session, India has actually highlighted about the forest restoration, active community participation, use of technology for monitoring and evaluation, resource convergence. All these points were actually highlighted by India. Then valuing the forest ecosystems, very important. India emphasized the need to incorporate ecosystem service valuation into national forest policy planning. Okay, ecosystem service valuation, valuing the forest ecosystems. That is also important for the conservation of the forest resources. Then presentation of case studies Okay, so certain case studies were actually projected by India. India showcased these studies from Uttarakhand, Rajasthan, and several tiger reserves, which quantified key ecosystem services, including carbon sequestration, water provisioning, and biodiversity conservation. Basically, what are the initiatives done by India for the conservation of forests were actually showcased or highlighted in the United Nations session. Okay, UNFF 20th session. So it's very important to understand about it. What is UNFF? What are the objectives of UNFF and India's contribution towards UNFF is very, very important because it is something connected with the environment and also international relations. Okay.